my housekeeper for sure is stealing my sponges and or my big spoons. So I can't prove the spoons, although there's a suspicious amount missing. I've caught her taking sponges.
Like the green and yellow sponges?
Yeah. Not, I shouldn't phrase it as my housekeeper. It's the housekeeper for our house.
Right.
Like
she lives
make
there.
my side of the bed and leave. But so when she comes, she has like a team of housekeepers that come, and I'm always home. I work from home full time. So when she was leaving, I saw her leaving out, and she had a sponge in her hand one time, and I'm like, all right, maybe she's gonna go throw it away. Weird that the rest of the trash was bagged, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Next time it happens again. So she's definitely taking the sponges. And now today we ran the dishwasher. I'm taking all the silverware out of the dishwasher. And we have like 2 or 3 big spoons where usually we would have, at least 10. Where do they go?
What do you usually use the big spoons for? This is just something I'm just curious about.
Honestly, not a lot.
I hate big spoons.
Yeah. If it's soup or ice cream, I'm small spoon.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what we use it for, but I know we had them. And the weird thing is my dad, who I was like, I'll never become, used to accuse me of taking forks from my parents' house.
Why?
Doing what with them?
I did take them.
Okay.
But he didn't know that. So now I'm like, well, I'll never be like that.
Well,
and now here
got
I
news
am,
for you.
33 years old.
So you think she's taking the spoons and the sponges?
I know the sponges. The spoons, I could see her being a little bit more conspicuous about.
The ball's on her to do it while you're home,
She knows I'm home.
right? Like, I can see it if, like, my parents used to have a housekeeper. She'd come over once in a while, and I was convinced that she just, like, wiped a couple of things down, sprayed some Febreze, and left, but nobody was home.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I'm home.
But this is ballsy.
So I'm not in her space.
Do you have a supply of sponges?
Yes.
Like a box of sponges, and they're dwindling?
Yeah.
Huh. That's a problem. Here's what you do. I think you take away the supply next time she comes.
No sponges?
No sponges.
Okay.
Or you know what you do? You, like, put the sponges there, and you put stuff on top of them.
Yeah.
See if it gets moved.
You know what you do? You put one of those ink dye packs like they put in bank money inside the box of sponges.
So if it leaves the house, it explodes? Because what happened was once, like we were using a sponge for far too long. I don't know why I didn't throw it away. I should have. Yeah. And then I went and noticed her leaving with the sponge. Then I go downstairs when she leaves, and it's the same dirty sponge in the sink. She took a new sponge.
Wow. So, first of all, you should be using brushes. Sponges are gross. I hate sponges.
They're all gross, though.
Well, brushes, like I throw in the dishwasher and I wash a brush. I don't think I'd wash a sponge.
No, a sponge you just throw away.
Yeah.
Yeah, just throw them away.
Yeah. But after a while, they sit there and they hold dirty water.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of, it's
You
disgusting.
can wring them out as much as you want, but that's crazy.
There's a lot of bacteria in there. I know. And she's great. I love her.
Yeah. I kind of wish that the lady who cleans my house once a month, I wish she would just steal my sponges and not talk to me. Because she just talks to me about the weirdest shit.
I used to have one like that.
Like how her I didn't tell you the story.
I don't know.
I was sitting in my living room and I was like at the time I think I was working from home when I was at my old job, and I was just watching TV and I had my laptop in my lap, and she's like vacuuming and she's listening to NPR, and she like stops and she's like telling me about her boyfriend. And like slowly things progressed into like, oh yeah, my boyfriend, he was a veteran, he's really having a tough time right now. He lost both his legs. And I was like, oh, and then she's just like, oh, and I was like, oh no. Very nice lady though.
What was her name?
Just
shit, what is her name?
just did
Starts with an A.
not anticipate
Anna.
getting in such a deep conversation.
Adrian?
No, not Adrian.
Okay.
No.
Because I used to have a
Shit,
housekeeper
what is her name?
named Adrian but she was like married. She was older. But she was just absolutely batshit crazy.
Oh yeah, no, she's young. She's on the younger
Broke
side.
everything in my house. Everything. One of like the nozzles on the stove still broken. Coffee pot broken.
My housekeeper's name is
She had her. She
Hard
one
to
day.
find good help.
But it's like weird because I'm always there. So like, how do I tell her like we don't want you to come anymore? So she just kept coming.
I always find that very awkward, having to tell someone that you like maybe has clean your house, like don't come anymore, because they've been like to your house and they know that you still need your house clean because you're a dirty asshole.
Yeah.
But
Like, I
they know
should probably
someone
say-
else is doing it. Just like if you stop going to a barber, It's like they know your hair's still growing.
Yeah.
Like at least with me now, I shave my head. So my last barber, I just like, hey man, I don't need you anymore. Like this is all on me.
Yeah.
But like when you switch barbers, they know.
See, I don't get my hair cut often enough. I don't have that problem. I always go to different places.
Haircut looks very nice right now, though.
Thank you. There's a story behind it. I'll get into it later.
You get gum in your hair?
No.
Peanut butter.
But
Peanut butter.
I was gonna say my housekeeper's name's Adam. He's a real pain in the ass. It's me.
I was gonna say, you have a male housekeeper.
That makes sense.
All he does is swear up and down about having to clean the house.
I actually like. I'll go on like a rampage and I will clean this. Like my housekeeper does a great job, but we have her come once a month. So what she doesn't even tap into like the deep cleaning that the house actually needs. Right. So I do a lot of that shit. And sometimes I'll just like I'll feel like inspired and I'll just like put on my headphones and clean the whole fucking house.
Right.
But
blast some music and just get it done. But Jen and I have very different levels of what is clean.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's better than not cleaning it at all. So.
Very true.
That's true.
Welcome to the Average Nobodies podcast, number 138 for
March 10th.
March 10th. Thank you. 2022. This is a bonus episode because you're also getting the Batman review this week. So,
which intended to be 10, 15 minutes long and went an hour.
Did we say that on
Yes.
recording?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we said we'll go for 10 minutes.
Very funny. Okay, so this is going to be your traditional episode. We're going to get into celebrity birthdays quick. Ryan's got them. Mm-hmm. We're going to do a quick Spring Things draft, which is a little different from our normal drafts. We'll talk about what we're watching, and I'm going to tell you a funny story about 5 pounds of beans later.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, I'm excited. I don't know what that is.
It's honestly, maybe I'm hyping it up too much, but it just caught me by surprise. I'll tell you later.
5 pounds of beans?
All right.
All right, I've got our list up.
Time.
Oh, sorry.
Wait. Yeah, hold on. Let's do this and then.
It's time for everyone's favorite game show, Celebrity Birthdays.
Who is it? Tis Ryan this week. Adam, give me the stats.
The stats. So, the standings as of last week were Matt, 55, Ryan, 75.5, Adam, 70.5.
I had an appalling week last week.
This can't be right.
Absolutely appalling.
Mitch, I have on here 48.
No way.
Mitch has,
There must be something wrong.
Mitch I think has like 2.
Wait, because he had like 5. Like
He's got 5.
So he had 5 last week, but when did he get 5? Because I always thought he was at like 4 something, like 4.5.
because he really never guesses.
Yeah.
It's 5.
It's 5. Okay. And
Derek,
Justine?
0.5, and Justine, 6.
Okay. I need to just stay. Even though Justine only comes on every once in a while, I need to stay above her.
You do.
I keep
I mean,
that
you
up
have
in
a big lead. I will say, so the main reason I didn't come last week is I did not feel well for most of the week. So I didn't want to get anybody sick. And that's why I said, I've been taking NyQuil and DayQuil throughout the day because I felt terrible. And maybe that's my secret formula. Who knows?
Maybe. You were on it last week.
I was.
A pile of garbage.
You were. All right, so we have...
We want to get our cause out of the way? Call?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Call.
I like doing the high one.
All right, I'll do a low one.
No, I'll do it. Caw.
Call.
Okay.
Caw. Throwing it away.
These are 7 that you're going to get. All 7, guaranteed.
Birthdays too? The ages?
Oh, yeah, easy. Okay. They're all the same age.
Okay.
All right. First one. This fan favorite actor suavely strolled onto the scene as a dapper Don, but he's also hunted down Boston bank robbers, had sex with Kristen Wiig, and had a pretty bad time at the El Royale.
It is John Hamm.
It is Mr. John Hamm's birthday today.
How funny is the Apple TV Plus commercial with John Hamm?
Is that the one where he's in the turtleneck?
And he's like, but not John Hamm. He goes through every actor
yes.
that is on Apple TV, but
that
not
is a
John
good one.
Hamm.
He is like at any given moment in my top 5 like favorite actors, but he's just never
In a lot of stuff.
like the leading man type thing. Like he was in Mad Men, but in movies he's really not.
Yeah, no, not really. Isn't that so weird?
It's got to be his choices.
Probably.
If there's not a writer and a director out there that can make him a leading man, whether it's an action movie, a comedy movie, or he's just so delightful in everything.
Yeah,
it's very surprising.
Okay, John Hamm.
Anyway, it's John Hamm's birthday. How old is John Hamm?
John Hamm is. I'm going to say John Hamm is 51 today.
That's what I was going to guess. I'm going to go an even 50.
John Hamm is 51 years
Let's fucking
old.
go! go!
Fuck! Are you kidding me?
Fucking
I cannot
go.
believe that.
It's true. Wow. So if you got John Hamm, you would have got his age too.
Yep.
Yeah, he was born in whatever 51 years ago. What's that?
Let's not go into that, man.
not-
Come on,
I'm
I'm
not
on a
gonna
roll.
try.
Let's
All
keep
right.
it going.
Okay. This actress has recently pivoted to directing, but didn't have much book smart when she broke Ted Lasso's gentle, beautiful heart.
That is Olivia Wilde.
Correct.
Yes.
It is Olivia Wilde, actress, director of Booksmart, and ex-wife of Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, I almost said Olivia Munn. You know,
No,
just 'cause-
she is John Mulaney's baby mama.
whatever.
How old is Olivia Wilde today?
Olivia Wilde is. Ooh, she's going out with Harry Styles now, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah.
Good for her.
I believe it's pronounced Harry Styles.
It's Harry. Yeah, you're right.
There's
I
an
have
I
no
in
idea
there.
how old
Definitely
this broad
Harry.
is. I'm going to say she is 43.
Okay, Matthew.
She's 45, Adam.
Olivia Wilde is 38.
Ah, all right. Hey.
Just as a preview, one of two very surprising ages throughout this celebrity
Okay.
birth. John Hamm is not one of them.
Okay.
All right. This actress has a basic instinct for being a seductress.
Cool.
She won't win any Mother of the Year awards, and she probably regrets falling in love with the ant version of Woody Allen. Adam.
Is it Sharon Stone?
That's right. Sharon Stone.
See her.
Basic Instinct. You see her vagina.
Yep.
She won't win any Mother of the Year awards, Casino.
Oh.
And she was in Ants. Well, she was the voice in Ants
Okay.
of the princess. How old is Sharon Stone today? Adam's looking it up.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to keep track of the fucking things.
Just keep track of your own. Matt has 2. You have.
Yeah, I'll
How old is Sharon Stone today? Ooh, she was in Murderville too recently.
She was.
She was looking pretty good in that. But she's probably fucking old. I'm going to say I'm going to say she's 69.
69.
I'm going
Okay.
to say she's 74.
Okay. She's 64.
Oh, Jesus.
74.
Not a lot of times you get 10 years off.
No, not a lot. I haven't seen her recently at all.
Did you watch the Murderville with
No.
her? No. She looks very good.
She does.
All right. This actor is no stranger to Silicon Valley and is one half of an improv comedy duo
Oh,
with the brother of the worst person in the world. Adam kind of cawed.
I had it. I just didn't call.
you got
Yeah,
it.
you got it.
It's Thomas Middleditch.
Correct. It's Thomas Middleditch from Silicon Valley fame. And after I found out it was his birthday, I watched the jerk off scene from the end of season 1.
So good.
I've never
of my-
seen Silicon Valley. I've
Very
only
good.
seen that.
Really?
I've only seen that.
It's amazing. The last season suffered from not having TJ Miller, but still funny.
I think that what's his name? GSL.
He's so good.
I think he kind of steps in the seasons where
Yeah,
TJ
he
Miller's
does.
gone.
Wow, what an amazing actor. How old is Thomas Middleditch today?
You know what? I am going to say that he is the exact age as Olivia Wilde. And I'm going to say he's 38.
Okay.
I'm gonna say he's 39.
So close. He's 40 today.
Damn.
All right, we got 3 more.
Okay.
This birthday boy doesn't read books. He stares them down until he gets the information he wants.
Call.
His tears cure cancer. Too bad he's never cried. And when God said, "Let there be light," he said, "Say, please."
Oh, I'm going to call.
Texas. Fuck me. Why can't I think of his name? I'm such an asshole. It's Texas Ranger. It's Walker Texas Ranger. I get a half point for his.
You got a half
his
point for the character. I'll give you 5, 4,
I don't know why I can't think of his
3.
name. I'm fucking like.
2, 1. Adam?
Chuck Norris.
Yes.
What the fuck? How can I think of Walker Texas Ranger but not Chuck Norris?
I'll still give you the half.
You get the half because
Yeah,
you get the
I get the
character.
half.
Yeah, that's literally the only character he's ever played.
Fuck.
All right, Adam, since you got the full point, I'll let you guess, first guess at his age.
First?
Wait, does he gets the full point?
Yeah, and you get
Yeah, but I
half.
gave you a half.
No, I know, but isn't it half and half? When someone guesses the character?
That would make sense.
Yeah, I
I
guess we-
mean,
yeah, I
I
guess
could
we
have.
could.
I mean, I knew who it was.
I'm trying to
but
go off of what we've done. I don't remember.
Yeah, I guess we could do half and half because, like, in a scenario where Adam didn't know it, if
I
you
could have
said Walker
gotten
Petty-
it.
right? Yeah, we'll do half
Even though
and
I
half.
did know.
So then, Matt, I'll let you go first for the H since you got the character.
Fucking no. I'm gonna go 74.
74.
74.
I'm gonna go 75.
He's 82.
Holy shit!
Is that the one you thought?
Yeah, isn't that kind of crazy?
I was about to go 80 as a joke. You know what I mean?
it just sounds so old.
Because I was thinking like he probably looked like late 50s, early 60s in the Dodgeball movie. And so that was like, I was thinking like maybe mid 70s now, but no.
82.
When I think of Chuck Norris, I think of from Dodgeball,
Yeah.
like putting his thumbs up.
Karate kicking everybody's ass. All right, 2 more.
Fuck.
The son of an 80s sex symbol, this singer prefers his lines out of focus.
Call.
Adam.
The son of
Yes.
Robin Thicke.
Correct. Son of Alan Thicke,
Lord
RIP.
Lines, very good.
Lord Lines.
Very good.
He didn't really have much else going for him.
It's all right.
So how old is Robin Thicke today?
Robin Thicke is. I have no idea. He hasn't come out
Point
with
of this. If you knew, it wouldn't really be much of a game.
I'm gonna say Robin Thicke is an even 40, same age as Thomas Middleditch.
Ooh, I think he's a little older than that. I think he's just a little older.
Do you?
I think he's 41.
45. You're on the right track.
After last week when we had so many like misses by one.
I know. Yeah, you guys
That was crazy.
coming
That
back
was-
to the mean
That
now.
was unbelievable last week.
All right, final one. This American Idol winning singer would be smart enough to leave her hockey player husband before he cheats. If necessary, she'll let Jesus take the wheel because in the end, love wins. Adam.
That is Miss Carrie Underwood.
That is correct. Carrie Underwood. How old is Carrie Underwood today?
Carrie Underwood. Fuck. I'm gonna say I don't think she's too much older than us. I'm gonna say Carrie Underwood is 37.
36.
She's 39.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey, I knew you guys would get all 7.
Okay.
That's it. That's it for celebrity birthdays.
Ooh, I've overtaken Ryan by half a point.
So there was today, and I didn't pick him, but some guy from Riverdale's birthday's today.
Who was it?
I don't know. I don't watch the show. Something Kingsley, maybe? Last name?
Kingsley.
Probably wasn't the main character.
No, I don't know.
Adam would have would use
There was a couple, like the guy Jelly or whatever from Analyze That.
Oh, yeah.
It was his birthday. He's passed away.
I don't think we would have gotten that one.
No, a couple
Good,
other like
good
random
birthday
ones.
though.
Yeah, seven solid ones.
That's it for this episode's edition of Celebrity Birthdays.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Today's sponsor is, Today's sponsor is Why Are You Laughing? It's a podcast I produce with Blind Mike from Blind Mike Project. It's a history of comedy podcast. You can go, if you like comedy, stand-up comedy, all types of different, like SNL, things like that, comedy, you like to laugh, go watch it, listen to it. It's you can search on YouTube, you can search on podcast services. Why Are You Laughing? And this week we're doing the free episode. This week is Greg Giraldo. So if you want to check that out. Last week was Bob Saget, I believe.
I listened to the Bob Saget one.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
We
I like the format, so I'll have to listen to. Now, with the Patreon, do you have to pay for any?
So no, so if you want to get it a week early, you can go to Blind Mike, patreon.com/Blind Mike to get it a week early and to like get in on all the other goodies that he has there. But if you want to listen to it just free, you just have to wait a week. So every episode will come out on free services, but you just have to wait. We have coming up, we have Louis Anderson this week as a Patreon. So next week it'll be Louis Anderson. We have Tim Allen. We have Jackie Gleason, Sam Kinison, and one other. Oh, Phil Hartman.
Wow.
Phil Hartman, his tragic life and death.
So it was like a lot of it about like his SNL time? 'Cause
Yeah.
He wasn't stand-up, right?
He was in like he was a graphic designer, and then he got into comedy through
Pee Wee Herman, right?
yes, right,
Yeah.
Paul Rubin.
He was like co-creator. Because he played not the mailman, Played someone on the show.
Yeah, he was the co-writer, co-creator of it, and then it talks about how he went and did with the Gremlins or
Groundlings?
something. Groundlings, the LA based kind of like Second City in Chicago. He went out there and performed there, and then and then Paul Rubens hosted SNL, and Lorne Michaels was like, "Oh, you're pretty funny." And
Probably top 5 SNL cast member ever.
really great, and had like a very tragic life.
Yes.
Why are you laughing? Go check it out. It's we do a good job. Mike does a really good job of outlining these very interesting topics. We've done Norm Macdonald, Patrice O'Neill, and the list goes on. All right. I'm going to do the Beans story quick. So a friend of mine that I play video games with, playing online, he lives in Chicago. He was telling me one time that for a challenge,
Matthias?
No, his name's Joel. Matthias from Denmark. That's Fam's friend. He told me one time in college, I think it was for money. Like I think a bunch of people put together money and told him to eat 5 pounds of beans and to get the money.
What kind of beans? The big beans?
Okay. So I was like, initially I thought like, oh, it's either like a can of like Goya, like kidney beans or like baked beans or whatever. Like that's terrible. It's like, he was like, no, I just went to the supermarket and whatever refried beans they had. He ate 5 pounds of refried beans. Does that sound like a lot?
And how
Yeah.
I'm
long?
gonna tell you because it is.
How long did it take?
That's a good question.
Isn't that
I don't
like
think
5 cans?
So it's 5 cans of refried beans.
I don't even want to eat a
Imagine what you
spoonful.
remember. You talked about how like it was just it was squanned,
Yes.
just piling out of the toilet.
I told Ryan about that too.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, so you know too. Like, what does that look like afterwards?
I don't
if you
even
throw
know.
that
I'll tell you what it
out?
looks like
Disgusting.
because Lenny loves refried beans.
Okay.
You know what it looks like? Just like it looks like what it looks like before you eat it.
Okay, just the same.
Just the same. Just
Okay.
squishy. You can form it into whatever you want it, but it's human shit, and it smells terrible. At least Lenny's cute.
Anyway,
I can't imagine.
shout out to Joel. It was funny. I was sitting on my couch. I think we were in a Twitter DM texting, and he was telling our group like that story, and it really like it was funny. Like they ate 5 pounds of beans, but it really caught me off guard that it was refried. I didn't even think of that as an option. It's very funny.
Refried's so much worse.
They're
It's
so
worse.
thick.
It's so much worse.
So
Yeah.
thick.
Yeah. Also, like think about it. Like beans in a can, there's air pockets in between the beans, and then there's like whatever the juice in the can. So there's not like
Then you get the liquid out. Yeah.
But a refried can of
You
beans
eat everything with
is
it.
a solid chunk
Yeah.
of beans.
He ate it in one sitting.
Yeah, one sitting
One sitting.
for the money, and I don't even think it
How
was
much
a lot.
money?
I don't think it was a lot, like less than $100. I think.
What?
Yeah.
Is your friend Mike D?
No, it's not Mike D.
Because it sounds like something he'd do for.
Oh, that definitely.
100 kudos.
Yeah, Mike D would be like, you know what? Put your money away. I'll do this for nothing.
I'll do this in your face, make you look like a dick.
Yeah, you want to see what an asshole you are offering me money? I'm gonna do it for free. So anyway, shout out to Joel. All right, we're gonna do a draft now. This is gonna be a little different than we normally do, but we did a lot of movie talking in the other episode with the Batman, which is not this episode now anyway. But we're gonna do spring things. The weather broke, kind of. This is Rhode
For
Island.
a day or
Except
two.
yesterday it was
It
snowing.
snowed.
Yesterday
Right. I
it
went out to
snowed.
my car and I was like, there's fucking snow in my car. So, but the weather is breaking. And I'm starting to think of all of the great things that I want to do in the spring.
Oh, yeah.
All the great things I want to do this summer and the rest of the year before it turns into snowmageddon again next winter. So we're going to do a draft and we're going to talk about the great things that you can do in the spring, or what are your favorite like things to do starting in the spring.
Does it have to be an activity, or can it be something that reminds you of the spring?
Anything.
Okay, cool.
Anything.
Yeah, my list is pretty loose.
We're just going to start today. We're going to start in that chair.
I went first last week, so somebody else
Was it
go
you,
first.
Adam? Okay, so then we'll go this way.
Yeah.
Or we'll go this way.
Yeah.
Start with me, and we'll go this way.
Okay.
Or no, we'll go back this way.
Whatever you want to do.
Right, we don't go.
Just go
in circles.
first.
We go snake. We go snake. Okay. Okay. Number 1, driving in my car with the windows down.
Yes. I had that. I had
It
that
is
on
a.
here.
Okay, so listen. It's the beginning of spring in Rhode Island. So we obviously, to just preface this, we live in Rhode Island. We live in the Northeast. So we get just very distinct seasons, pretty much. They're very distinct. Spring, fall, summer.
We get all
winter.
4.
We get all 4.
And they're all about even amounts of time.
So
You know
it's
what I mean?
not just
3
shit
months
weather.
each.
Yeah, it's not just shit weather and nice weather. It is there's a blend to it as well. And the spring is great because it goes from very cold and like what you might think of as super warm in the summertime, super warm in the beginning of spring could be 45 degrees and you're like, "Oh my god,
Bust out the shorts.
Get me in some shorts.
Yep.
Get me outside, put the windows
Got a
down.
tank top on.
Fire up the grill, let's go."
Yeah.
It's go time. So as long as there's not snow on the ground, you'll do that. When you get in your car and the car's a little cool, because it's still cool in the mornings, and you put down the windows and you just like put music on and you drive and you get like that nice perfect temperature breeze through your car, and it's just like a great, like, it just feels great. And so that is my first pick. It's windows down, driving in your car. It's that special feeling. Because also in the summertime, like, that is an oppressive heat.
Yes.
Some of the times. So you get in your car and it's hot and you put the
You need
windows
the
down
AC on.
and you need the outside air, but it's hot too.
Right.
This is what I'm talking about. It's like, it's nice and cool. The
Yep.
sun is just warming up your car enough where it's comfortable. You don't have to have any kind of vents on.
Yep.
Nothing.
Perfect for me to take the top off, put the soft top on the Jeep,
Right.
my Jeep.
Maybe.
Because in the summer, like, it's great to have that off, but like also in the summer, it's so fucking hot. You need the AC.
Yeah.
So like you kind of want the hard top on.
Right. Right. It's weird how yeah, anyway. But yeah, and like, maybe you have a light hoodie on. Maybe.
Maybe.
You got shorts on and a light hoodie. Who's better than you?
Right.
Look
See,
at us.
I like to do sweatpants
Yeah.
with like a light hoodie with no socks, no shoes.
Good
that's
combo.
nice.
Keep the feet.
Ooh, keep them out. Oh,
Yeah,
not bad. I like it.
Hey, thank you.
All right, Ryan.
So I'm gonna go with not day drinking, like not getting drunk, but like just having a beer outside
Okay.
and being comfortable
Yeah.
is like one of my favorite things to do in spring, especially after daylight savings, when you can kind of have like dinner. Like we have a deck, so you can have dinner on the deck, have a couple drinks outside. You know, as the sun goes down, which you can't do in the winter, and in the summer, as you said, it gets oppressive. Like I don't want to be sweating.
There's
And the
that-
bugs haven't come out yet,
Right.
Because it's just the tip of spring.
Yeah.
So having a couple beers outside during the day is like that's what I think of when I think of spring.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's my happy place.
I think I will grab a beer or some kind of like beverage, and I'll go in my garage one of the first few weekends of spring, and I'll start like cleaning out all the shit I just threw in there in the wintertime.
Yeah.
And like that feeling is great too, because you have the garage door open, you're outside.
And you're not cold, you're not hot. It's
right.
it's nice.
Yeah. Good one, Ryan.
That's
very
mine.
good.
Thank you.
My first one is I cannot wait. So last year I did this a lot. After work, I'd like bail at work after work at right at 4:00. Go play 9 holes after work. So golf season is my first one because who doesn't love playing 18 on a Saturday? But the prices get jacked up and it's tough to book a tee time, especially in the summer. Even in the spring, it's tough to book a tee time. But I like.
You have one too many beers and then your Saturday's gone.
Right, exactly.
Well,
Come
everybody's-
home, you get yelled at. It's all you ruin the whole day. But in the spring, I can get away with it a little more because not as much is going on yet in the summer. Like there's not something going on every weekend. Like in the summer, like going to this one's house, or that one's house. But after work on a Thursday, now that we work from home together, she can't wait to get me out of the house. So 4:00 rolls around, I'm out of there. I'm hitting the course.
Yeah.
And getting those nice spring rates.
Right.
It's still nice out. We're moving. Is it this weekend? We're moving the clocks
Sunday.
Sunday. It's a beautiful thing.
In the spring,
good
you got to
one.
get creative with getting tee times. After work during the week is the perfect time because everybody's itching to get out on the weekends in the spring.
Right.
Everybody's out there.
And,
In the
they
fall,
whack you with the
Yeah.
prices. They jack them up.
In the fall, you can get people have had it for the year. You can get some weekends where it's a little chilly. Maybe people don't want to go out this weekend.
Right.
But
They're
in
all
the spring,
golfed
it's the
out.
opposite.
Right.
People are ready to go. So
Yeah.
you got to get creative with it. But that's a good one.
Hibernating.
Yeah, that's a good one. What are you coming back with?
I am coming back. You actually mentioned it, sort of indirectly. Firing up the grill outside on the patio. I was telling Ryan today, we just ordered a whole mess of patio furniture for our new patio. And I cannot wait to fire up the grill and start cooking steaks and burgers and ribs and whatever.
How good does
out
that
there.
first burger or hot dog taste?
Oh, so good.
There's something, right? There's something special about it.
Yeah, yeah.
It is. It tastes different.
It could just be, a Hebrew National and a Stop and Shop bun.
Yep.
But there's something about it.
Loaded up with ketchup and mustard.
yeah.
It's that flame broiled.
Yep. So firing up the grill for me is what's bullshit. So Jen just got all this nice new patio furniture, and I'm still using Johnny Plugs' hand-me-down grill. It might be time for Uncle Adam to upgrade.
A little upgrade? I think
got
so.
upgrade.
Maybe.
I think so.
All the grates on it are fucked. The whole thing is rusted, but it was free. So
Yeah.
you know,
Grills really aren't that expensive either.
no, they're not that bad. A couple $100.
Yeah.
Nobody tells me what I can and
You
cannot
know they're
buy.
gonna get soon. They're gonna get lined up outside of Home Depot and Lowe's.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Waiting.
You can't
Just
avoid
waiting
it.
to be-
So those are my two.
Very good.
So I'm going to come back with very timely today because Major League Baseball reached an agreement.
Ooh.
No lockout. The season's happening. Nothing reminds me really of springtime, I guess, besides having beers outside, but going to a baseball game, specifically Fenway Park. Sitting in the bleachers on a nice spring night.
Not sweating your ass off.
Not sweating
yet.
my ass off because no matter where you sit at Fenway, unless you're under an awning, you're probably going to be in the direct sun.
Yeah.
But it's not too cold. It's not, maybe it could rain, but the weather for the most part is pretty perfect. And you're just watching baseball.
Yep.
And baseball is my favorite sport to go watch because not a lot happens.
Right.
And if something
when
happens, you're going to know because, it's that, can't snap my fingers, but the ball hits the bat.
Go to snap your fingers. There you go. Got you.
Boom. All right. Even if I'm daydreaming
Crack of the bat,
or
yeah.
God knows what, I know something's happening.
Yeah.
It's my favorite sport to go see live. It's just like a nice relaxing time. You have a couple beers, you hang out, have a Fenway Frank.
I don't think that getting older, there's no better sport to go watch than baseball. I don't think. I mean, basketball is cool because you're right in the action. But I used to like going to football games. I don't like going to football games anymore.
No.
It's way better to watch football at home.
So much better.
But baseball is so fun. Like the environment is great.
Because nothing could happen for a long time.
Yeah.
But you know what? Hey, you're hanging out in the
You're there,
bleachers, like
right.
the crowd's chanting, people are
Yep.
talking to each other. It's just like, it's a great time.
Yeah.
I
You
love
can
it.
sit there, you can keep score.
Yeah.
Get all types of fun stuff.
Have some peanuts,
Listen to the radio broadcast.
like my dad does.
Yeah, right.
Jen and I.
Why? What are you doing?
Over
You
the
know they're
game.
behind.
Listens to the radio broadcast, keeps score, and watches the game on the TV in the
Yeah.
bleachers. Not-
Three different sources of
Well,
the
like
score.
obviously the radio's behind what he's seeing in front of him.
Right.
So he's like, hey, I'm like, yeah, I saw it. We're here.
I went to a baseball game last year, and I'm not a huge baseball guy, as you know, but like it's fun going to a baseball game for that reason. Like I went to a Patriots game with Jen, and we got the tickets for nothing, which was great. So like, that's cool. But I'd rather just really like hammer beers and order garbage and watch football on my couch. Went to a Bruins game last month. It was awesome. Hockey's my favorite sport. I had a hell of a time. It was a great game to go to too. But I do like the aspect of going to a baseball game, like eating a whole bag of peanuts, packing a monster lip, drinking a bunch of beers. Like you're one of the boys.
And there's
You know
something
what I
about
mean?
being outside too,
Yes.
where it's not like football weather.
It's nice out.
It's nice.
Right. You got your shorts on.
Yeah.
It is nice. I will concede that is a nice part of baseball.
Apple TV. Do you see the Apple TV Plus is going to have exclusive rights to Friday night baseball games?
Really?
They have 2 games every Friday.
Ooh.
And I'm curious. I think that they might do something real. First of all, it's going to be top notch production because
Yes.
Apple is Apple, and they're going to throw a shitload of money on it. Money at it. But I'm very curious to see like what type of changes they make to the broadcast. I think it might be interesting. So anyway,
I want to see who the announcers are going to be because that's a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Get A-Rod, no A-Rod.
Yeah, no,
he
can't have
stinks.
A-Rod.
He's a
No,
bum.
no A-Rod.
Stinky.
Very good. So baseball. Very good. I'm gonna go with, so you're driving down the road. It's nice. Your windows are down, just like I was saying before. All of a sudden, what do you see? The creameries are starting to open again. How about some scram?
Wow, I
And a
didn't even
nice-
have that on my list. That
and a
would have been my
nice-
number
I
one
was going to
pick.
say, how do you not have that?
And a nice-
Adam likes ice cream.
Spring afternoon. A
Wow.
nice scram.
Pack it in.
What's better?
Matt won the
I couldn't-
draft.
There's
Because
nothing
like
better.
so it's been winter, and you love ice cream. Obviously, you eat it at home through the winter sometimes because you have
But
to.
it's now you can get the soft
It's the same.
serve
There you go.
and the flavors, the variety of flavors.
I remember living in North Providence and driving, and still like driving when I go by in North Providence. But when I lived there, I would drive by Coolix all the time. And when the first time you'd be like, oh, you can easily find out what day they open, just know. But it's that finding out by driving by and be
Yep.
like, Coolix is
Oh
open.
shit, they're open.
Let's go. Let's
Yep.
go to Coolix. So there's a creamery right near our house we go to. It's cash only, which fucking goes up my ass a mile. But besides the point, but then there's another one around the corner too that takes card. It's very good. But Scram is open.
That's a good one.
Springtime, baby.
That's a very good one.
Wow.
So yeah, ice cream, windows down, and then I'm gonna go with one that's a little. It's more of a fun joke than anything, but I love making like when you get that first nice day, you're outside, you're drinking, maybe you have a little scram, and you start making plans for the rest of the summer and the fall, and you don't follow through. That is the greatest.
Oh, we gotta do this summer. We gotta do that.
Oh, this concert's coming there. Let's get tickets there. Let's do this. Although we are seeing Lumineers, I can't wait.
We are.
Yeah.
But like, let's do this. We're gonna do that. It's gonna be great. You're setting up your whole because it's like you're reinvigorated in Rhode Island after the winter. You're like, there's gonna be no more snow. I can be outside.
Yep.
We're gonna go do things, and none of that happens. You just sit on it. But it's still great to have those. It's still great in that.
In the moment, it's so much fun.
What's better than a late night getting drunk and making plans?
Making plans.
It's the greatest.
It's the best.
If everything went according to plan on drunken nights, the world would be a much better place.
That's true.
But instead, we just we're fine with our choices.
Yeah. We live much more interesting lives. Yeah.
Tickets went on sale today for the weekend's stadium tour, and he's going to Gillette Stadium on a Thursday in July.
Was it?
The weekend.
The weekend. All right.
And I was like, ooh, I'll go check these out. And the tickets weren't like crazy priced, but I didn't even get as far as like the fees. It was like $60, but you're sitting up in the 300s at the opposite side of a fucking stadium.
Yeah. There's very few bands, and I'll get out of bed for to go see a concert of.
I've seen him 4 times already. You know,
It's probably good. I mean, I'm sure
good.
it's on a good show.
It is an amazing show. And did you go to one with me before?
I saw him at House of Blues.
Yeah, that was definitely there.
I was gonna say, but now you would probably pay triple that to go see him at House of Blues.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'd much rather see him at a smaller stadium. But like last time I saw him was when we were living in Chelsea and he went to TD Garden, and that was an amazing show. We were like in the 300 level, but lower in the 300 level. And it was an amazing show. But like, I don't know. I don't want to. I've been to Country Fest. So I guess I've been to a stadium
that's in
show.
July during the day.
Right. So
I'm sure
I
he's
ended up
playing at
passing
night.
on it, but just reminding what you said, like getting psyched to go to concerts and
So
stuff.
yeah, it's just like there are some plans you'll follow through on, but in the beginning of spring, you're like, oh, we got all this time. We got all these open weekends, so much real estate on my calendar, and then it slowly gets chiseled away.
Yep.
I will say though, on the other end of that, when the day comes, like if like it's Thursday, like tonight, like I'm like I got nothing to do all weekend.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
That is a great feeling as well.
It is.
Yeah.
Like I had no.
Yep.
Yep.
And also in the wintertime, like in the springtime, that's great because you're like the world is your oyster. 'Cause
Right.
everything is open.
You're gonna
you can
wait-
do whatever.
right.
It gets darker later, so you can do anything. But yeah, in the wintertime, you're just like stuck at home. Anyway.
So I'm gonna piggyback off of your end of round 2 answer.
Okay.
So it's just slightly different, but it's very specific, and that is A&W Root Beer opening.
Yeah.
And the reason I mention it is because I drive by it all the time because it's on 44, and it's actually opening, I think, tomorrow. I think they open March 11th because they have it on the sign. But for those who don't know, those who don't live in Rhode Island, A&W Root Beer is just like this little drive-up burger joint.
It's big in Canada.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah. I think I remember reading that.
The burgers, it's like burgers, hot dogs, chicken fingers, onion rings, all that type of stuff. But then they have root beer floats. But you can drive up and then they come out to your car, and it's very old fashioned, but the food is pretty good for what they have. I mean,
Yeah, it's good.
It's not gonna blow you away. I actually do really like their burgers, and they have deals every day. So I think on Fridays it's like $2 burgers.
But you know what? It's not like a fast food burger. It's somewhere in between like a fast food burger and Shake Shack. It's in between there.
Yeah,
you know?
that's probably
Yeah, like it's better than a McDonald's or Burger King.
Right.
They also do cool they used to do like cool car nights where people would bring like
They do it all the time.
yeah they like
I
you
see
go
we
and
see it in
bring
the
your
parking lot.
classic cars and
Yeah. So Spring, living now in Smithfield and passing in A&W all the time, when I see like on the sign, like we're reopening March 11th or whatever, I'm like, all right, spring is coming. Spring is soon. So I'm going to go with A&W.
excellent.
Thank you.
It's a good one. Adam,
Okay.
your last two.
Not my last two. I've got the round
He's
5.
got 3 and
Oh, that's right.
and then he's
Okay,
starting
right.
4.
All right, so I'm gonna piggyback off of ice cream and A&W as well,
Okay.
because I can truly say that I am not an investor, but an original patron of Mr. Lemon in Providence. My picture used to be up inside of there. That is a fact. That is a scientific fact. For those you don't know, Mr. Lemon is a very small lemonade stand in a seedy neighborhood of Providence. My grandmother used to live over there, and she would take me and my sister and my 2 cousins there all summer. Like every time she would watch us all summer, and we'd go there every day. And like I can guarantee you, if I went there this season, he's the guy. Joe is a nice guy.
Yes,
he talks to everybody. But like after talking to him for a couple of minutes, it would click to him who I was.
He remembers Matt Schwartz.
Yeah,
Every time he goes there.
Yeah.
I forget what the connection was for Matt, but he remembers him every time we go there.
yeah. But I love going to Mr. Lemon. It's a whole experience because you get there. And is it open? Is it not? What do they got for flavors?
Yeah.
Can you find a parking spot?
Yeah.
How big's the line?
Yeah. I think it's so people that might visit Rhode Island know Del's. Del's is like the more like, it's frozen lemonade. This is a very different thing.
Right.
Yes.
It's still frozen lemonade, but it's so much better.
It's smooth. It's silky smooth.
right. It's silky smooth. It cannot
really
be
is.
replicated.
There's no like lemon. Like Del's has the chunks of ice.
Yeah.
Lemon.
chunks of lemon.
Right, which
Who
is-
why? I
nobody
don't
wants
want a
that.
chunk of lemon
This
peel.
is smooth as silk the whole way down, and great flavors.
Right. And it mixes very well with alcohol.
Dangerously well with alcohol.
Right.
Tutti frutti.
I remember we brought back the big quarts
Yup.
of it back to Bryant one year, and we mixed it with Everclear on
Jesus
one of our
Christ.
spring weekend days.
Had a day.
and it was unbelievable.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you go there, and it's just a melting pot of people there. And everybody is just in a great mood to get lemonade. And that's it. And like the prices, they're not outrageous. You know what I mean? They've gone up over the years, but they haven't gone up a ton. It's still a buck or probably 50 cents for the
The little guy.
mouthwash cup but I'll go there. I'll spend $5-6 on lemonade because it's just like 3 people that run the place.
You can always go there with whatever change you have in your car and get something.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And the great thing about that is you always like, I think, not very many times, like when I went to Bryant, I brought it back there, but all the time when I used to get it there, I would go there and eat it there.
Yeah.
Go and say, you
Go
post it
hang
outside.
out.
Yeah.
Exactly. You go and hang out.
Cool spot. It's a really cool spot. That's a great pick.
So, finding out Mr. Lemon is open and going to Mr. Lemon is my
yeah.
third round
great.
pick.
I haven't had that in so long.
And
That's a very good pick.
Matt, you're gonna like this one. So spring rolls around,
Okay.
you put your winter jackets away. You know what you bust out? You bust out your jean jackets in the springtime. Springtime is prime time for jean jackets.
Definitely.
Can't wear them in the summer.
Too hot.
Too hot.
Yeah.
In the fall, you can wear them in the fall, I guess. But there's nothing like wearing a jean jacket in the springtime.
The problem with the fall in Rhode Island is we fall into a trap of it's so hot and then it gets cooler and we're still in our summer attire.
Right.
Because we're like, oh, this is great. Like it was so hot and now I can wear this stuff and it's like comfortable. And then it gets cold instantly and you jump right over jean jackets to regular jackets.
Right.
Sometimes in the same day.
Yes.
Or sometimes I'll go hoodie underneath the jean jacket. This is strictly jean jacket season.
Right.
The
Okay.
springtime.
Truly.
And that's what's nice. You bust out your jean jacket, you got some nice pins, some nice patches. You're looking good.
You're a king.
You're a king.
You're getting your Mr. Lemon. You're a king.
Sometimes I'll plan what I'm gonna wear around a springtime jean jacket outing. Like I can't wear jeans if I'm wearing a jean jacket. I look like an asshole.
Canadian
Lindy,
tuxedo.
Lindy would tell you that, but I do it all the time.
That's true.
You're just gonna wear 2 different colored
Like
jeans.
black jeans.
Yeah. Oh no, dark blue.
Oh,
light.
okay.
I do it all the time.
As long as it's not the exact match.
I'll go black jeans, blue. I have 2 jean jackets, a light and a medium.
Let me
I would
tell you
say.
something.
And a vest.
When I remember the first jean jacket I bought when we were in New Hampshire.
Yes.
Great. It's my favorite jean jacket. It's a little big on me now, but it's still my favorite jean jacket. It's a light wash jean jacket.
Yeah.
One day I threw on for Lindy's horror, I threw on a pair of jeans. I had a nice denim shirt. I threw that bad boy over. It's the classic Canadian tuxedo, like we said. And to Lindy's horror, I left the house and went out in that. And you know what, too? I didn't even think twice. It was one of the only clean, button-down shirts, and I wanted to wear it. I threw that on, and it looked great. I looked great. I'm just going to say that.
I'm sure you did.
Lindy was not happy, but I looked great.
I'm sure wherever you went that night, you got compliments.
I don't
Or
remember
noticed.
really, but yeah, we went to Hot Club. So.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a perfect.
I probably was
spot
with
for
you
it.
guys, honestly. I don't. This is a bunch. This is when we first got the jacket, so this was many years ago.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It was at Hot Club one night. So
I feel like we had that.
honestly, I
dinner
don't
at
think
some
it, like
point.
unless you're looking for it, I don't think it's that out of the ordinary.
It's not.
And I was probably had a few buttons so you couldn't really see the undershirt.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's not that crazy.
Jean jacket, great.
Jean
pick.
jacket, 4th round pick.
So I'm gonna go kind of piggybacking off of like outfits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the switch from shoes or boots to sandals. I'm a huge sandal guy.
You are.
You are a very big sandal guy.
I don't like to wear socks. As Holly
underwear.
calls them, foot prisons.
or underwear.
I'm not wearing underwear now.
Great.
For anyone who's wondering. True. But as soon as I can, once I make that switch to sandals, and you have to pick the right day because it could get cold again. But once I make the switch to sandals, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in till the fall.
I'm unfortunately not a sandals guy.
I love
never been. They don't the tongs or the thongs. The thongs are the only things I can really wear because they like stay on my foot. The like slides, I hate the way they fit
Yeah,
my
me
feet. My
too.
feet are super wide. It doesn't work, and I just feel uncomfortable. I feel way more comfortable in socks and sneakers.
I bet you
It's
are.
weird. I know it's weird. It's unintuitive. Like now with Crocs.
That's what I was going to say.
Right. Now with Crocs, I've come around, but it's not sandals. It's
Right,
very
it's
different
very
thing.
different.
But also, I wear fucking socks with Crocs all the time.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the look.
I hate socks.
I have 3 pairs of Crocs. I wear them all the time.
Listen, Ryan, in my mind, it doesn't make sense, but I feel way more comfortable in socks. There's just something in my mind that just doesn't click for bare feet. Like I'm not scared of I have a fucked up toenail on my left foot toe.
Yeah, but nobody's looking at your feet.
But that's not what I don't care. Like I go in, I'll in the summertime at my parents' pool, I'll have nothing because I'm walking around. I'm going
Swimming in
to the
socks?
Right, yeah, no. But it's sandals. I have sandals. I take them when I go on vacations if we're ever going to a beach place. But I'd much rather be
You're just not comfortable in them.
not comfortable in them.
We're close. I got the sandals out. I haven't worn them yet.
Yeah.
But we're close. Get these stupid socks on right now.
Damn, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you don't wear shoes that just require no socks.
I can't do that.
Why? You just don't like that?
I can't do shoes with no socks.
Oh, you can't do boat shoes? See, I like a boat
Ooh,
shoe.
I could do boat shoes.
Boat shoes are great.
That's fair. But it's not, I don't know, it doesn't feel.
See, I don't wear socks with boat shoes, but
Yeah.
It's
Well, your shoes are notoriously stinky.
yeah, I was going to say that's one of
stinky
my
feet.
favorite things is like wearing shoes with no socks.
men's supposed to have stink.
That's a thing, but I would say that's more of a summer thing for me, not a spring.
I could
thing.
do boat shoes too, but
But
sandals.
I get it, so my next pick is the same thing for your sandals.
I'm good, yeah.
So shorts. When I take out the shorts,
You're locked in.
It's all over. Right. We used to do a thing back in the day in high school. Yeah. We used to do a thing back in the day in high school with our buddy Sean. Shout out Sean he was on our podcast, the Make Movies Great podcast. We used to once you put shorts on, that's it. You were locked in.
You're
So
locked in.
you had to strategic. This was before we all had I guess now we work from home, so it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
But at my job, I could wear shorts. But when you wear shorts for the first time, you're locked in. Other than special events, you had to
Right.
go to work. You
Had to wear
go
your
to
shorts.
A funeral, something like that. You had to wear your shorts so you had to pick your dates because again, in Rhode Island, it could be 60 degrees and then snow the next day. You don't want to be wearing shorts when it's snowing out. But once the shorts come around, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't go back to jeans. It's over.
I still wear pants a lot. I would like to wear joggers. Got these skinny pool stick legs.
So joggers are one thing, and I like these. They're kind of like Lululemon pants, but they're a different brand, Fiore. They're dope. I fucking love this brand. I'll wear these now, but I will not go to very rarely will you catch me in jeans in the spring, summer. Sometimes the fall because I'm excited to start wearing jeans again, just like I'm excited to wear shorts in the spring. But shorts all the way for sure. Even when I used to work go to convention centers and stuff, I would wear shorts in the spring all the time. I love it. I just feel free, and also you can wear a different. I love sneakers. We both do. You can wear different sneakers with shorts than you can wear with jeans.
Yeah.
I can wear more of my high tops. I can.
Right. I was just gonna say, not many I love wearing my high top sneakers with shorts.
Yeah, it's a great look.
It's a great look.
Yeah.
It's a great look. And I just sort of like to, today Jen's cousin came by. Jen has a bunch of work suits from when she had to go into the office every day. Doesn't need them anymore. So her cousin Deanna just got a job, a real job for the first time. I think she's graduating or just graduated, about to graduate college. And so she came shopping at our house today. Nice. And all of Jen's suits were in the knee wall of our house. So of course I had to pull all of we have, bins of clothes, and that's where I have my, I have one bin. Jen has 4 bins of clothes in the wall, but in that bin, are my shorts, my Hawaiian shirts, like all my summer gear, and it's out, baby.
Yeah.
I'm not putting it back in. I'm making the switch. I'm not putting it back in.
I have to get my bin of shorts because I have my bin of shorts that I take out. And the other thing too, it helps me with because I like to wear jean jackets in the spring, like we said. A lot of my shorts are khaki shorts or off-color shorts. They're not. I don't have any jean shorts. God forgive me. But I should get some jean shorts. They've all worn out from when I've had them in 8th grade, but.
Blew the crotch out of them.
Yeah, but actually, you know what goes on fucking jeans is like the fucking pocket in the back. It starts ripping at the corners, and then before you
That's
know
where I
it,
keep
you
my
start
wallet.
seeing So shorts, fucking love it. Can't wait to make the switch soon. Next couple weeks, I'll be making the switch to shorts. I'll only leave one pair of jeans, and just in case.
Do you sleep in shorts?
I usually sleep in my boxers or whatever, my briefs.
See, so I sleep in basketball shorts.
Yeah,
Because I don't wear underwear.
So you're essentially just wearing boxers.
But then I just transitioned to what I sleep in. The basketball shorts is what I'll wear for the day. Same thing.
So okay,
I'm just in shorts.
I do, and that's the other thing too.
So they're always out.
I do love around my house, and even in the wintertime, I'll wear basketball shorts, like nylon shorts, all the time around my house. I'll never I take my jeans off as soon as I get home.
Yeah.
I put shorts on, but leaving the house is a different thing. Okay, so shorts, and then coming back around for my last pick. So I went through a lot of mine. Some of them got poached. I'm gonna go with the feeling of waking up in the springtime. My house upstairs gets particularly cold because my steam heat blows. Well, it doesn't blow; it steams and it sucks. But getting out of bed in the morning when it's a nice spring morning, and even the summer as well. But in the spring, when the weather first breaks, and you don't dread getting out from under your covers, is an A1 feeling.
It is,
and also you get way more done because I could wake up at 6 a.m. I'm pretty groggy, but I can wake up at 6 a.m. no problem. We used to go to the gym. This is a while ago, but we used to go to the gym super early in the morning.
We did.
And when getting up in the morning for that, it hasn't changed. Getting up in the morning for the gym at that time was way easier when it was the spring or summer.
Instead of the winter.
Way easier. The winter sucked.
It's pitch black out.
It's pitch black out. You don't want to get out of your bed. It's so fucking cold. You have to get super dressed up to go to the gym to sweat your ass off.
Even when you're leaving, the sun is just coming up.
Yeah, it sucked. That sucked. But in the spring, you get up in the morning, it's bright out, it's nice, the chill is out of the air, it feels good. It's before the summer where maybe it's fucking hot as shit overnight and your room is just like a sweaty sauna, but now it's nice, the air is crisp, and you can get right out of bed and put your feet down and get up.
And I like to sleep cold too. Like I like the bedroom cold, but then when you wake up, you're cold.
Well,
when you get out of bed.
There's difference between keeping the room cold, like keeping it like a chill, and like the room being like frigid.
Yes.
And like you not wanting to get out. Like you get out like when I get into my bed the last few weeks and over the winter, like when you get into bed, like the bed's cold and you're like, oh God. And
It takes you so long to warm up.
Yeah, and then once you're warm in there, you do not want to move. So getting up in the morning, it's a totally different mindset. I can get up in the morning and just know that it's going to be a great day out, and even though maybe it's not going to be, but it just feels like it because when I get up in my room, I'm ready to go.
You're starting it positive.
Yes, definitely. So very excited for that.
So my last round pick's going to be a smell,
Okay. Oh,
and I'm going to go with fresh cut grass.
yes.
Ooh, okay.
Very good.
I love that smell.
That's a good one.
I love just even just going outside my house, walking around the neighborhood, the smell of fresh cut grass on like a nice spring day. It just it's nothing but positive vibes.
Nothing matter. And now if everybody could just switch over to electric lawnmowers so I don't have to hear them.
Yes.
And I can just smell the grass, I'll be good.
Yeah. I just love it. It's just such a good.
That's a good one.
It's such a good smell. I'm like, you know what? Today's gonna be a good day.
Oh, you put your junk shoes on. And you go out there, you get them all fucking covered in grass. That's the best.
I love it.
So good. Smelling your cut grass in the neighborhood and also cutting your own grass.
Have a couple beers afterwards.
Why not?
Sit in a chair on the lawn,
Why not? It's your
Watching
world.
your work,
right.
you know.
Yeah, it's great.
Part of being a man. That is part of being a man.
It is, and it's very gratifying because I like seeing what it looked like before and then what it looks like after. You can actually visibly see a difference when you're cutting the grass. That's why I love doing it.
Yeah.
Good one.
Thank you.
How's the lawn at your new place?
Very nice.
Yeah, and it's like a more manageable lot to cut.
It's so funny because at Vaughn Street when we got it, Holly's like, "Hey, I got the tractor, from the old owners." I'm like, "Great." there's rocks everywhere. I can't use the tractor. Like I could literally use the tractor in like this 5x5 spot.
What you meant was you used the tractor to pull out all the rocks.
I guess. But the new place is like, it's great. It's like a more manageable size and it's also just like flat grass.
Yeah. So
but
you have an area to cut.
I have an actual area to cut where I could use the ride-on mower. Nice. Where before I would be like,
so you still have the ride-on mower?
Yeah, we're gonna take it with us.
Nice.
So
that's
it's gonna be, and we have like enough area to like clear out. So we're getting it fenced in. Nice. It's not fenced in right now for goose. That way we can let goose out. But there's area within where we're fencing in that we could like take down trees and stuff if we want. So
nice.
Very excited.
All right, so Mr. Irrelevant. This is something I personally like doing. I don't know about you guys, but I love it when I can turn the heat off and open all the windows in the house.
I had that.
Air out the house. Oh, you know, I sometimes in the spring or summer, I'll go do that at my parents' house because they're like, you know, my parents have the heat on like 82 all summer. And then they wonder, they're bitching up and down like, oh, gas is so high right now. My fucking heating bill was $400 last month. Yeah, because it's on 82. The heat in our house does not go above 68. That's it. So, but it's, you know, we have 2 dogs, so it can get kind of stuffy in our house. And when the when the weather breaks and it's comfortable outside and it's like, oh, all of a sudden you can feel it. Like you go outside, you let your dog out, or like you leave your house and it's warmer outside than it is inside your house.
Yes.
So when you notice that, and then you've got the green light, heat's going off. Stop throwing all your money away on oil or whatever. Do you have oil too?
Oil.
Stop throwing your money away. And then you like don't need to heat anymore. You just like let that fresh air, circulate throughout your house. Turn the fan on.
I honestly might start, because I put in one split unit last year. I might start putting the heat on with that to take the chill out of the house and just shut the heat off. Because our heat doesn't do shit for our house anyway. It's awful. And we pay so much money in the winter. Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh, sleep with the windows open in the spring.
I did that earlier this week. I did that for a couple days. Yeah, it was really nice.
It's nice. It's a good
especially
feeling.
with the mini splits. So we have the mini split in Lenny's room and her door's closed. Mm-hmm. So we turn the heat off upstairs. The mini split's going for her, so it regulates the temperature, keeps it warm enough. But then in our bedroom, we had the windows open.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Nice.
But then,
that fresh air gets into the sheets and it just
it reinvigorates the house.
It does. It really does.
Yep.
And that's the draft.
Excellent. That was a good draft.
That was a good
draft.
That was fun. I like that.
So we'll try and get to those in between when we do movie topics, but that was fun. All right. Let's get into what we're watching. I know we have a pretty brief list. I'll go first. I literally have not been watching anything because this expansion for this new game that I play, a new expansion came out a couple weeks ago, and that's pretty much how I've been spending all of my free time. Is just leveling up my character in that and playing with my squad, and that's about it. I really haven't watched anything. I watched a few South Park episodes like in between, just when I didn't feel like playing anything. I just watched South Park. That's it. And I watch YouTube. That's it. Well,
boring week for Matt.
List is done. Yeah. List is done.
Do you want to go? I've got a couple.
Yeah, I'll go quick.
I saw the Batman.
Yes, I saw the Batman, which we talked about at length. Let me pull up the back.
Briefly.
Two of the things that I mentioned last week that I wanted to mention again because I absolutely love them, but it had been a while since we had recorded, so I kind of flew through it. 1883. Which you can only watch on Paramount Plus. I also have a website.
Got it on my list.
You can watch it on. I'm not going to give out the website here, but let me know if you need it, anyone. Fantastic show. Blows Yellowstone out of the water.
Wow.
It is so good. It just like what Yellowstone, which Matt, I know this is one of the complaints you had about it, where Yellowstone will just kind of like go to violence instead of storyline. 1883 never does.
Okay.
Granted, it's only been one season, easier to do than now 4 seasons Yellowstone. It's perfectly cast. It's unbelievably written. It's filmed on site.
Love that.
In like Montana, Wyoming. And it's such a cool story. So it's Kevin Costner's character in Yellowstone. It's his grandfather. And it's his grandfather and these other characters going along the Oregon Trail in 1883.
Going out west.
So right after the Civil War. It's so good. I cannot recommend it enough. And then another show I'm watching is Severance on Apple Plus with Adam Scott, John Turturro is really good in it. Christopher Walken's in it now. So those two shows, if anyone's looking for shows, 1883 is finished with their season. Severance has been 4 episodes. Episode 5 will be out tomorrow. It comes out every Friday.
Okay.
Other than that, I watched West Side Story.
Good.
Awesome. So goddamn good. I don't know why it took Steven Spielberg this long to make the movie. The choreography is just unbelievable. It's like you're watching like the best Broadway play you can think of, with like really good music, really good choreography, and then Steven Spielberg just happens to add his touch to it. Mm-hmm. So it's like that big movie feel within like a really cool Broadway play.
Sounds cool.
It was. I loved it. I thought it was really good. And then I started watching Winning Time on HBO.
What's that?
Which it's a new series about the Lakers.
Oh, okay.
So like the Showtime Lakers. It's only been 1 episode.
Did you say Adam McKay?
Adam McKay.
It's Adam McKay,
So he does it. So it's like got the Adam McKay, the way it's filmed. It's really cool. Like, The Big Short, Don't Look Up, all those. It's filmed similar to that. John C. Reilly is Jerry Buss.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Really?
Yeah, so good. It's primarily him in the first episode because it talks about how he bought the Lakers in the 80s. He bought the Lakers for $67 million. Mm-hmm. And now they're worth, I think it's like
Billions.
5 or 6 billion. I mean, he's passed away. But
Right, but his family still owns it.
his family still owns it. And it's just, so it kind of talks about that and how he wanted to draft Magic Johnson, number 1, because the Lakers were terrible.
Yeah.
And the NBA was just like floundering. Like they didn't have a TV deal. So it was very, very interesting. But John C. Reilly as Jerry Buss is so, it's like worth the series alone so far. It's only been 1 episode, an hour. But it's like the HBO quality show. So
Cool.
I like it.
Sounds good.
That's it. That's what I've been watching.
So I've got a little bit of a list here. So we watched season 2 of Mindhunter. It was awesome. We needed to, we watched the recap, had to refresh ourselves because it's been a while. What a sin it is that season 3 is on indefinite hold.
Yeah.
Just because David Fincher is super busy with other stuff. But it was awesome. And if anybody watches this on the YouTube version of this, you'll notice that my appearance has changed drastically since our last podcast. We were watching an episode where they where Ford and Tench interview Charles Manson, and I looked way too much like
Dangerously like
dangerously like Charles Manson. So I had to make a change.
Changes were made.
Cut all my hair off and shave my beard. So I avoided that issue. But season 2 of Mindhunter was awesome. We stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning last night finishing it because we just couldn't. We had to finish.
Yeah.
So hopefully they do a season 3. Speaking of David Fincher and our colleague Matt here, one of his favorite movies, The Social Network, I finally sat down and watched it. Really enjoyed it. Never been happier that I haven't had Facebook for 10 years. That guy is such a fucking piece of shit.
Worst. He's the worst.
What a piece of garbage. Can you imagine? I was texting Matt about this. Can you imagine if for some reason this podcast exploded and we had a chance to make millions of dollars and I fucked you and you lost everything? Imagine that.
And the crazy thing is,
never in a million years.
Not even
you could have hold me down and beat the shit out of me, and I would never do that.
Not even that, but it's like if me and you if you were doing the podcast,
right,
and Ryan was doing the podcast with you, and Ryan's like, you know what, we need to grow this thing, so I'm going to move to New York. And I'm going to try and sell this. I'm going to try to sell ads for it. I'm going to try and get us making money with Facebook.
Right.
And then while he's gone doing that, you make a deal with me. And if I wasn't part of it, and we just totally fuck Ryan out of it.
Right.
Out of the fucking thing. While he's out working for it.
Right. Trying.
Yeah.
Trying to do his, what did Eduardo own? 30%. Trying to earn his 30%. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you fucked him.
the crazy thing is that was made 11 years ago.
Yeah.
That was not even the worst. Now it comes out that he's just this robotic guy who only cares about making money, and
Right.
what it's turned into is it's this monstrous creation.
Yeah.
But it's kind of crazy that Sorkin was able to talk about the the beginnings of it.
The cast was great too. Justin Timberlake was awesome.
Yes.
Andrew Garfield was awesome. Obviously, Jesse Eisenberg was really good. Great cast, great writing. It was awesome. I liked it. I don't know if it's got the rewatchability that you liked, but
that offends me. I watch that shit all the time.
I also
It's just so I just love listening to it. Like I said, I could listen to it. I could listen to the audio version of it.
Yeah. You know how like on Netflix and Prime and Hulu you have like My List. So on My List on HBO Max, I had Night of the Living Dead on there for a while, and so I had like it's only like I think it's less than 90 minutes. I had it on my list, and I was like, you know what, fuck this. Jen's on a call, I'll pop it on. Didn't get more than 10 minutes in, turned it off because it was like, what the fuck? Like it's just I'm sure
the original.
Yeah, I'm sure it was great for its time, but like I cannot watch this level of production in the year 2022.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what? Call me what you want, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, no,
It's tough when you can just put on a random episode of The Walking Dead and it's
Why am I going to watch that when I can put on Dawn of the Dead?
Well, you watch those types of things for the study of what, like you watch it to dissect it and be like, oh, what are modern zombie movies doing that Night of the Living Dead did first?
Right.
because they made a classic movie without any of the frills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's kind of how
Without any of the great
The
makeup
Godfather is a tremendous movie, but sometimes when I watch The Godfather Part 1, Part 2, I kind of just like watch those movies and think of like, okay, what did this take from original like 1930s, 40s gangster movies, and what did Goodfellas take from this? Rather than like it's just like
Existing on its own.
yeah.
You know, I remember watching, being like still living at my parents' house, being like super high and watching the Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And it's like the sort of like still I think a higher level of production than the Night of the Living Dead, but like being enthralled. Maybe it was the being stoned, but it still had it. You know what I mean? It was still like very suspenseful and good. I also watched this show on Netflix called Worst Roommate Ever. Highly recommend. So it's 5 episodes and it's 4 stories. So the last 2 episodes is the same story, just they break it up into 2 episodes and they're like, between 40 and 50 minutes long. And it's about like the worst like horror stories of living with other people or like becoming a close friend of another person. Like one is an old woman in California who like takes in homely people, and she's got bad intentions with them. And
Homely people or homeless people?
like some of them are homeless, some are like mentally disabled. Like she takes it's a horror story what she does to these people. And then a similar one with like this woman who was in the military and just like needed a roommate. And it turns out this guy was fucking nuts. And one was this guy, he was just like a fucking con artist. And he lived in a hostel and would just fucking con people. Like it's very good and like scary. And then the last one, the 2-part one, was this guy, he was a serial squatter. He was serial killers before, but he was a serial liar, a serial squatter. So he would put himself into situations where he would be your roommate and you could not fucking get him out of your house.
Oh God, sounds terrible.
It's scary. It's scary, but very good. We watched all 5 episodes in one night. It's very good. Highly recommend.
I saw it on Netflix yesterday.
On my birthday, I wanted to watch, something that I love, so I watched Alien Covenant. I was saying, Matt, for me, I love all the Alien movies, well, except for Resurrection, but for me, that one is the most rewatchable one because it has elements from Prometheus that I love. It's a carryover story from Prometheus that I love. Mostly David, Michael Fassbender as David, the android.
Yeah.
And then, but you also have the xenomorph in it, which is just like, I was at the end, the shower scene where it like kills those 2 people in the shower. Like, how fucking scary is this thing?
Yeah.
It's so scary.
Yeah.
Danny McBride is awesome in it. That movie is all gas.
Yeah.
Like from the start, like it's all gas. So I love that. And I was telling Matt, my garbage TV is like if I'm just want something on the background, I'll put on like The Office or Parks and Rec or Jen Loves Friends. Just put it on the background. And I used to love How I Met Your Mother. And I thought to myself, you know what, maybe I'll just pop those on. And I just, been watching them on Hulu because How I Met Your Father is on now. And How I Met Your Father is pretty funny, but it's not as funny as How I Met Your Mother. So I've been rewatching How I Met Your Mother. And the missing piece is Barney, Neil Patrick Harris. The new one does not have that character.
Yeah.
You need that. He is the best part about that show, hands down. But on the flip side, How I Met Your Father does not have a sad sack fucking piece of shit like Ted in it. He sucks.
He does.
He fucking sucks. Me and my friend Jeff that I went to China with, we loved that show, binged the shit out of it. And I told him I was doing a light rewatch of How I Met Your Mother, and he goes, "Well, I don't want to hear it. How much you hate Ted and how much he sucks." I said, "Oh no, I'm not going to do it. Or I'm not going to do it." And here I am, 6 episodes in, bitching about how much he sucks. There's 200 and something episodes of that show.
I know.
Ted Mosby could win the lottery, and he would still find something to could bitch about.
Just be an ER.
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing is the Ted, I have watched How I Met Your Father too.
Yeah.
But the guy, like the Ted, is the guy from the Netflix show, the
Glow.
wrestling show, from Glow. So he's actually really good. And Hilary
Yes.
Duff is like,
But he's not.
she's
He's
nice.
not like this fucking sad sack. It's like, oh, I'm looking for love. I want a girlfriend. I want this. I want that. In one episode, he's single. Robin is like in the first season. Robin is like, no, dude, I don't want a boyfriend. And that's what you want. You told me you loved me the first night we went out.
right.
Barney has the option at 27, living in New York. You're single. Barney has an invitation to go to a Victoria's Secret Halloween party. And Ted wants to stay at a fucking lame Halloween party as apartment to see if a girl that he met 4 years prior shows up. Are you out of your goddamn mind? What's the matter with you? Why would you ever do that?
It's so funny that they had a Ted and a Barney.
Yes.
That's like, it almost was like two writers like not paying attention to each other, creating these characters.
Yeah.
But and the guy in How I Met Your Father like has a reason to be mopey.
Right. Right. Ted doesn't. He's like, oh, I want a girlfriend. I want to be in a relationship. And then like where I am right now, I'm towards the end of the first season, and it's where he's dating the girl Victoria, the baker, and she moves to Germany, and obviously it's not working. The long distance relationship isn't working, and like, really, did you think it was? You guys knew each other for 2 months. Do you think it was gonna work out before that? Like, what the fuck?
Marshall's he's my favorite character.
Marshall is great.
Jason Segel kept me into that show.
Marshall and Lily are great.
So I another thing that I'm interested in seeing as I progress through the show is like, how the fuck do they keep this going? I wish I should keep tallies on how many episodes are unnecessary to the story of How I Met Your Mother. Because like the last, before the Victoria ones, like the 3 or 4, could have skipped them.
Yeah.
But man, like, it's just so frustrating. And that show was lucky they got Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
Jake, they really like, and I guess, I don't know if it's lucky because even in the first season, like, you can sort of see how great he is. You can see how great Neil Patrick Harris is, and they really build on it. And it's even hinted at the him and Robin thing. They end up, getting married at the end of it, and then divorced, and then the mother dies. But like, it's even hinted at in the first season that they belong together.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a better match for each other. Two more things about How I Met Your Mother, and then I'm done. One, there is an alternate ending, like a real alternate ending to that show, where like they're at the bar, the 6 of them together, and everything is happy, and then they flash to Ted and Tracy getting married, and everyone, everything worked. And that, kids, is How I Met Your Mother. And they have like they meet each other at the train station. They have the moment. That's How I Met Your Mother. Great. Instead of killing her after making us fall in love with her and then killing her in one season.
Why would they not go with that ending?
And not even that. You went through this gigantic character arc for Neil Patrick Harris, and you fucking blew it up by having them get divorced in a throwaway scene so he could be with Robin again.
Yeah.
Why? Nobody wants to see that.
No.
You want to see the Neil Patrick Harris character change. That's what you wanted.
Right. That's the whole point.
And I was telling them that something funny. So the mom, her name ends up being Tracy. In season 1, they're at I think it's Barney, Ted, and Robin. They're at the strip club. and Ted is getting his buffet food at the strip club, and he meets this stripper, and she introduces, "Hey, I'm Amber. What's your name?" "Oh, I'm Ted. It's nice to meet you." And they start to talk. He's like, sorry, Amber's not my real name. My real name's Tracy. And then the voiceover, Bob Saget comes on and goes, "That, kids, is how I met your mother." And they're like, "What? Mom's a stripper?" But he said, "No, he's just kidding." But Tracy and Tracy, they at least they carried that through. I thought that was a cool little nugget,
little Easter egg.
Yeah,
Nugget.
So that's it for me. Sorry so much about How I Met Your Mother, but I'll try not to bitch as much about Ted as we continue on.
I was telling you, there's not a show.
I hate watching.
There's not a show that I could think of that I want to rewatch less.
Yeah.
Than How I Met Your Mother. I did my time. I watched it. I watched half of that show when it came out, like live when it was out.
Right.
I caught up to like whatever halfway
season 6, season 5, something like that.
And then I watched through the end, and it just it was good at the time. And
we
then
got together for the finale.
Yes, I think we did.
We did, and we were like, "What the? They killed her?"
Yeah. It didn't bother me. It didn't leave me super excited. I was just like, oh yeah, all right, well that's over.
Which is the worst thing it's choking.
Yeah, honestly, that's how I felt with Mad Men too. But Mad Men had a better build up at least.
Yeah, the Mad Men ending was.
Yeah, but Mad Men was the show was so good leading up to it. They just didn't stick the landing. In my eyes, people love it. Tom loves it.
Because Tom can talk about it.
Yeah, and so I just didn't. I don't know. That didn't do it for me. So, but yeah, that's how I felt. It just was like, God, did I waste my time? I don't know. You know what I mean? You can't even honestly give your. I don't know, but it was funny. At
speaking of wasting time, when Game of Thrones ended, I was I looked down at my hands and I was like, what have I done?
I mean, there's.
I didn't mind.
I've wasted so much time on this show.
Here's the thing, though.
In these books, I could have been a doctor with the amount of hours that I've spent on this show and reading these books.
There's so much redeeming about Game of Thrones, except for that last season.
Yeah, because it's so good to rewatch. Even rewatching it before the last season was so much fun. But the last season didn't ruin it for me.
The problem with it was the chase to the outcome.
Yeah,
everybody needed to know who was going to be on the throne at the end, who was going to die, who was going to live,
and the internet
it was always
ruined
that outcome. Mm-hmm. And it sucked. The end blew. It sucked. Plain out, flat out. I mean, it's great going up to it, but you can't rewatch it
because you know it.
You know,
right? I would have rather had Cersei win.
That's where I was rooting for. So that's what I was rooting for.
Or Braun,
Littlefinger,
right?
It would have been great.
The Iceman, whatever they were, White Walkers. It's all right.
All right. Well, good podcast. Average Nobody's number 138 for March 10th.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, it's been a long night. We've gone 2 hours on this, just about 2 hours. So anyway, all right, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.